Hello everybody, it's Bruce with Subreddit Blues, and this is r/entitled parents. This first post comes from user ToastyBoy6. So, I'm only 14, turning 15 in June. I know, this doesn't sound believable that a 14-year-old would have an entitled mum encounter, but there are probably many people under my age that have encountered an entitled mum. By the way, I'm Australian, so you might see some words that are spelt different, like mom is spelt mum here. Keep in mind, too, tasers are illegal in Australia, so I don't know where this woman got this taser from. But anyway, let's get on to the story. This was back in 2018. I was 13 at the time. My mom and I went to the medical center. It's like a hospital, but smaller, and it's more for checkups for injuries and or illnesses. I brought my Nintendo Switch with me because my mom was going to be in the other room with the doctor while I was sitting outside by myself, so I brought my Switch so I can entertain myself. I inserted my Super Smash Bros. Game because that was only recently released, and I've been a big fan of Super Smash Bros. Like my whole life, while I'm playing as Cloud, my main at the time. Here comes the Karen. Same old Karen hair, acrylic nails, jeans, black shirt, gigantic sunnies, sunglasses, and her little brat. She was on the phone with someone while she was at the front counter. The lady at the front counter greets her with a, "Hello, how are you today? Are you in for an appointment?" She scuffs and answers very rudely, "Ugh, hold up one sec. I have to deal with this rude person who cannot tell I'm on the phone. Goodness me, some people." Puts the phone down. "Yes, I'm here for an appointment. My name is an entitled mother, and I'm here for an appointment for my child entitled kid at 5:15 p.m. She does all the paperwork stuff, blah blah blah, boring S, and unfortunately for me, she chooses to sit next to me. Or at least, entitled kid sat next to me, and entitled mother sat next to him. So the seating arrangement was, who cares? I'm playing my game, just minding my own business, when entitled kid just starts a conversation with me. "OMG, is that a Nintendo Switch?" Yeah. "Are you playing Super Smash Bros?" "Yep." "Can I have a turn?" I hate being nice to people. Yeah, bud, me too. My brain didn't really process anything about how I'm talking to son of a Karen, so I said yes. I pulled out both Joy-Cons and we started playing. As we're picking the characters, he gives me a grin and says, "Now don't start crying when I beat you because I'm like the best at this game." Didn't know you could be the best at a game when it had only been out for a few days. Well, that's probably because every single one of those games are exactly the same, so I destroyed him because he really had no idea what he was doing. We played 5 lives, unlimited time, only Smash Ball, blah 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 blah. No, the controller's broken, you're a hacker, you're bad." I tried to hold back laughter because of how funny his reaction was, but also a little embarrassed that he screamed that out in front of people, and some people started staring at me like I was his sibling or something like that. Okay, well, it was fun playing. I take the Joy-Con off him and reattach both of them to my Switch. As I walk to another spot, just to get away from them, they follow me. This time, I am in between both of them. Entitled mother stares me down. I could see hell in her eyes, just the blazing hot fire staring directly into my soul. "Why did you move away from us?" "Because I feel uncomfortable that 2 random strangers are sitting next to me, even though there are like 20 other seats open for you to sit in." "Oh, come on, stop your complaining. It's not that bad at all. Anyway, you made my son upset by beating him in your game, and I'm really pissed off about that. So, I feel like you should give your device to my son." No, this is my console. I don't know where this came from. It's just a game. He lost. It's not something just to take someone's console for. This is my property, and it's gonna stay that way." "Don't you talk smack to me. Also, you're too old to be playing games anyway." I was 13. What the F is this woman talking about? "And my baby did so well in his spelling bee, and I need to give him a gift to show how proud I am." This kid was like 8. The hardest word he could spell was probably between. So, "Give me the console now!" She reaches out for the Switch, and I quickly hop out of my seat and walk further away from her. She hops off her chair and storms towards me. My heart completely stopped. I cannot handle stuff like this very well. She looks around the room as she comes toward me and gives me a Grinch grin. "Help! "Help, somebody! This little S stole my child's portable Xbox." That's literally what she called it. However, her brat whispered in her ear that it was a Nintendo Switch, so she screamed that out afterwards. Entitled kid is sobbing. "He stole my Nintendo Switch and I want it back." My mom must have overheard this whole conversation from inside, so she comes storming out of the room and wonders what is going on. Entitled mother had no idea she was my mom, so she said to her, "This little brat stole my child's console. Could you call the police, please, and have this boy arrested for theft?" No. That's my son. We both put our money together to pay for that. I know for a fact that's mine because I have the receipt for it." She pulls out the receipt. She carries a receipt around for a Switch? I kind of doubt that, but, well, whatever. Entitled mother's face goes bright red for a second. "She stole my receipt!" How would I have time to steal the receipt if I had been in the doctor's room the entire time? Entitled mother is speechless. She storms straight towards me. "Get the F over here, you little S, and give me the Switch!" She tripped over in front of me. I started snickering. Then she grabbed my foot and took me down. Then this old bloke stands up. He looks like a biker. Jean, jacket, tattoos, sunnies, long beard, bandana. He stands up and defends me. He grabbed her arms and folded them over to her back, basically pinning her to the ground. Entitled kid screams, cries, and grabs the guy's beard and yanks it. I am nowhere close to having a beard, but I felt that for some reason. He lets go of Entitled mother and falls back onto the ground. Entitled mother gets up and grabs a taser out of her bag. Again, tasers are illegal in Australia, and charges at me. I used to do karate back when I was 12, but I sucked at it and left as a yellow belt, but boy did all those lessons pay off. I knock her arm out of the way and kick her right in the stomach, probably the best I could do in karate. This was self-defense, so I couldn't get fined for assault. The cops arrived. Someone probably called the police when the whole "he took my Nintendo Switch" argument started. They take her to the opposite side of the room and ask my mom and I to sit down at another area, along with Hero as well. I couldn't hear much of it, but all I can remember her is yelling, "He took my son's property and I was just trying to get it back. He pinned me to the ground. She stole the receipt for the Switch. He kicked me in the stomach." Mom was asking what happened, so I explained the whole story. After the cops finally calmed her down, they came to us. "Okay, so can someone explain what happened throughout this entire situation? I want to hear it from your point of view." I explained how I was just playing with my Switch and her brat wanted to play, so I allowed him because I'm too nice for some dang reason. Then they were trying to steal it from me. Then when I refused to give it to them, Entitled mother accused me of stealing. Then when she got busted and caught lying, she tried to attack me with an illegal weapon. Then Hero saved me, blah blah blah. You heard the story. Mom showed the receipt and ID that proves the receipt is hers because it had her name on it. Goodness gracious me. Would you like to press charges? Me and Mom. Yes, most definitely. I can't imagine a cop saying goodness gracious me. Oh. So Entitled mother was charged with child abuse, emotionally because it put me through a lot of stress and I was scared for my life as a 13-year-old, carrying an illegal weapon, which was such a stupid thing to do, and apparently she had done a whole lot more things than this a long time ago. So she got charged with a whole lot of other reasons and got jail time for 5 years. Entitled kid had to go to his dad, who we met up after the whole incident. He was such a chill guy. He wanted to give us money for all the trouble his now ex-wife put us through, but we declined because he seemed like he was already going through a lot. My mom is now good friends with him and they go out for drinks every month. I don't know what's happened with Entitled kid, but I hope I never see his face again. To be perfectly honest, I don't think this really happened the way the kid said it did. The whole thing just seems kind of fishy, you know? It's just an exaggerated story, it seems like. There's so many different things that happened where I'm just like, maybe it didn't really happen this way. 5 years in prison? Come on. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Anyway, this story was kind of long, so I'm going to cut it at this point. And if you like what you see here, comment maybe. Let me know what you think. Like, subscribe even if you want. I would really appreciate it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.